Hello, it's time for English. Today's lesson is about using since and for talking about past. For example, I have lived in Abiko for 12 years. Yes, I think 12, no, 13. Oh, 13 years. I have lived in Abiko for 13 years. For is length of time. I have sat on this chair for 10 minutes, length of time. I have spoken English for 47, 48 years, since I was about 1, so 48 years. I have done something for a long time. Something started in the past but continues to now is for. I have done something for, length of time. Or we can use since, and that's one moment in the past. I have lived in Abiko since 2007. 2007, one moment in the past. Since 2007, I have lived in Japan. I have spoken English since I was 2 years old. I have spoken English since I was 2 years old. I was 2 years old. One moment. Since I was 2 years old. I have been an English teacher since 2007. One moment in the past. Okay, that's since and for. Since, one moment. For, length of time. A little confusing, but once you get it, you'll be okay. Okay, so if you know those, we're going to go to junior high school year, junior high school 3, lesson 5. Okay, we're going to make a speech about studying English. Okay, so I'll read through and we can do it together. Okay, I want to talk about studying English. You can read too. Okay, I have studied English for 5 years. I have read English books since I was 8 years old. Japanese people have studied English for 150 years. I haven't spoken English since last week. Oh no. I haven't listened to English pop music for a month. Question: how long have you studied English? Right, so this is using for and since and talking about studying English. Okay? So if we go into the boxes here. Number 1, I want to talk about studying English. I want to talk about learning to speak English. I want to talk about my history of speaking English. Any of those are okay. You can choose one, same meaning. Number 2, I have studied English for. How many years have you studied English? If you've been at Tower English a long time, maybe 10 years? Well, maybe, if you started right at the beginning, but I don't know, you tell me. How long have you studied English? Number 3, I have read English books since... How old were you when you read your first English book? If you're at Tower English, maybe year 1, sort of elementary school. So since I was in year 1, maybe. I don't know, you tell me. Number 4, Japanese people have what? Studied English, written English, used English? I don't know, you can choose something there. Number 5, I haven't spoken English since last week, since yesterday, since 2 p.m. When was the last time you spoke English? If it was yesterday, I haven't spoken English since yesterday. Last week, I haven't spoken English since last week. You can have a go. Okay, number 6, I haven't listened to something. I haven't listened to English pop music for a month. I haven't listened to English pop music ever. That means never listened to English pop music. Oh my god. I haven't listened to news in English for a week. Probably sensible. Number 7. How long have you studied English? How long have you spoken English? How long have you listened to English pop music? You can make a question. How long have you nantoka? Okay? Right. If you fill out these and then practice them and then close your book, practice saying, and then when you see me, you can tell me your beautiful speech about studying English. Okay? Thank you very much. See you soon. Hello, I'm going to talk about today very briefly about What am I talking about? Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Who is Sherlock Holmes? I'm sure you've heard of his name. He's the maybe closest to an English superhero that we have. Well, there's Sherlock Holmes and James Bond. That's about it. Famous, almost superheroes. Of course, Sherlock Holmes is a detective, and it's written by Arthur Conan Doyle, which is why, of course, you know the Japanese manga, is it Conan? It's based on the name of the author of Sherlock Holmes. Okay, I've got many Sherlock Holmes stories. This one is just one that's in the school library here. It's called The Duke's Son, Sherlock Holmes and the Duke's Son. I'm going to read you, and then I'm going to ask you 3 questions. That was a German accent. I don't know why. Okay, number 1. No, not number 1. Let me read. Dr. Huxtable has a school for boys in the north of England. When the Duke of Holdernesse decides to send his young son there, that's good news for the school. The Duke is a very important person, and Dr. Huxtable is happy to have his son in the school. But 2 weeks later, Dr. Huxtable is the unhappiest man in England. Why? And why does he take the train down to London and go to Baker Street? Why does he need the help of the famous detective Sherlock Holmes? Because someone has kidnapped the Duke's son. Kidnapped means stolen, steal, taking a person. Okay. Okay, 3 questions. Let's see. Number 1. Where does Sherlock Holmes live? Number 2. I can't think of any questions. Number 2. What is the name of the client, the customer for Sherlock Holmes? And number 3. What is the crime that Sherlock Holmes must investigate? What was the problem? Have a go, have a look, and see what you think. By the way, I thought I'd show you. I've got in the school library. I've got copies. I've got 3 books of the original Sherlock Holmes with the original illustrations. The stories first appeared in the Strand magazine in when was it? 1900 or 1890 in London, and you can see that's how they were illustrated. That was the original style. Now, of course, there's many modern versions of Sherlock Holmes, but so if you want to see the actual original in here, it's quite interesting to see. Quite a lot of words, but they got interesting pictures, so have a look. Okay.